I'm your host, Stephen Bobio. This year's Bachelor Pad Edition. What should I make this year? I think I'll let my trusty dartboard tell me. Apple it is. By a throw of fate, we're cooking apple streusel pie. Yum. Come in closer to check out the ingredients we'll be cooking with today. Some pretty basic ingredients for most baking projects: your flour, sugar, eggs, whipping cream, butter. The big one this year is the Granny Smith apples. I've washed them, they just need to be cut. In addition, we'll be cooking with cinnamon and vanilla extract, some of my holiday favorites. The only thing we really need to prepare from here on out is chop up some butter and these apples, and then we'll start mixing everything together. So now I'm ready to start cutting up the apples. They need to be peeled and cored. Now my family has this awesome peel away and core. We've had this forever. It hasn't been used in a while, so hopefully it still works. So here I'm going to mix a bunch of these dry ingredients. I'm going to start with the flour, the light brown sugar, regular sugar, the butter, and then a dash of cinnamon, and a dash of salt. And we're going to blend this into a bit of a meal. You don't want it to be a paste, but just a meal-like. So it doesn't look like I cut the butter fine enough. Should be just a little bit finer. I think I made it very clear in season 1 that I'm not an expert baker. In fact, I think the last time I baked was last year at the lake. If you haven't seen Baking at the Lake with Bo from last year, go check it out. And if you're interested in seeing our very first inaugural video for Baking with Bo, you can find the link here. So I'm just gonna cut this butter up a little bit more. I'll give it one more blend and we should be good to go. So this is our streusel topping. We're gonna set this aside and come back to it later. Next, we're going to focus on the filling of the pie. So now it's time to be working on the pie filling. This year I'm going to use pre-made pie crust because I didn't want to make my own pie crust. Now you just want to carefully unroll it onto your pan. I'm using a deep dish pie pan. That way we can fit a ton of apples in there and have room for the filling as well. I'm just stretching it out a little bit so it'll cover all the sides. Okay, this is ready. Now we're gonna add the apples. So what we'll end up doing is throwing this in the oven for about 20 minutes. We'll pull it out and then add the strudel topping. When we pull it out of the oven that first time, these apples should have shrunk a little, and and it'll give us a little bit more room for the streusel topping. So I'm gonna do about a half a layer more and call it. So all I'm adding here is sugar, a bit of flour, and another dash of cinnamon. I like to go a little bit heavy on the cinnamon because I love cinnamon. In fact, one more dash should do it. Now moving on to the wet ingredients, we're using whipping cream. One egg from the farm. And a dash of vanilla. Beautiful. Now, you want to beat this up a little bit. A whisk or a fork would be best. All I have is a spoon up here in the Bachelor Pad. I should probably make a note that I'm not actually a bachelor. I got married this year, and that was super exciting. But for the sake of the alliteration for the title of the show, we had to do, we went with the Bachelor. Now I'm adding the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Give this a good whirl. Ooh, that's beautiful. Look at that go. Yum, yum, yum. You can smell it through the video. You're going to want to stir till all the ingredients are well mixed and it's almost like a very runny paste. You can see it's starting to, but it's not completely homogenized yet. Once again, a fork or a whisk would probably be much better for this, but we'll make do with the spoon. You know, and with baking with Bo, we almost never have all the correct tools, but that's never stopped us. We've always managed to make it happen. There's always substitutes you can use when you're baking, and that's one of the great things. You don't have to have everything around the house when you're baking. Okay, I'm going to drizzle this over our pie.
Wow. That looks grand. Smells grand too.
I'm a big apple cinnamon fan, so I really can't wait to eat this. Now I've set the oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to throw this in there for about 20 minutes. See y'all in a bit. 20 minutes has been up. Let's see where we're at. The smell is just amazing right now. Add that streusel topping that we made at the very beginning and throw it back in the oven.
That's going to be a beautiful streusel topping. I can't wait.
Now we're going to throw it back in the oven for 45 minutes. See y'all in a few. Time's up. let's see our final product. Yum. Now we're going to want to let this cool for at least 20 minutes before we're digging into it. So we'll catch up with you in just a bit, alright? The apple streusel just came out of the oven. I invited my sister over to enjoy a slice here at the Bachelor Pad. Hey, Lil.
Hey.
Come on in.
Alright.
How does it look?
It looks amazing.
Smell good?
So good.
Great. So we've let it cool for a little while. And now we'll sample. Hope you like apple.
I do.
Good. This is going to be a hard slice. There we go. This is all part of it. This is how it's done. This is going to be best served with a dollop of whipped cream or vanilla ice cream. But that's entirely optional, and you don't need to do that if you don't want. So, as soon as Lil takes a bite, she can tell us how it tastes for the final verdict. Yum! We've all gotten a chance to sample the pie. It tastes great. Now let's take it over to the Bachelor Pad 2.0 and share it with my dad. We're here at Bachelor Pad 2.0, my dad's house, and we're getting ready to cut in to the apple streusel pie. We got some vanilla ice cream. We're gonna hook it up for everyone. You want it to be sizzling just a little bit. Ooh. See, Lily didn't have it with the vanilla. She missed out.
No, she did have the vanilla.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she came up to the kitchen and got bluebell ice cream.
Oh, that's cheating. I want some.
Yeah, we need plates.
Everyone get a plate.
Where are they?
How is it? Did you heat it up enough? Is it good? Is it good?
Perfect.
Good.
You want a plate?
It's like an apple pan dowdy.
It's good. Ollie, you're gonna like it too.
I will like it.
Everyone's gonna like it.
Apple pan dowdy.
I've only had barely a bite. I'm trying to give me some. Where am I bowl? You give me a bowl?
This is the last
That was the
one.
last. This has been another great holiday with the Bovios. Come back for next year with another edition of Bakin with Bows. God damn it! I'm your host, Stephen Bovio. This year's fuck. So clearly that didn't work as well as it was supposed to. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just smiling at you. God.
Eat it.
That's gonna be hot.
Then blow on it.
This is so good. I think we're getting better at the baking, but worse at the videos.
I agree.
As a disclaimer, I am not a bachelor.
Neither am I. John?
I'm a bachelor.
Ladies! That's a little too much. But heat yours up, John. Don't forget to heat it up before you do that. Dang it! Ice cream. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
They come out as blocks for 3.
John, I warned.
3 letters. We got better at baking, worse at videos. That's a quote from Sarah. This year we got special merch available for purchase at Amazon.com. See the link right here.
There's nothing for purchase.
This is Bakin with Bows, established 2016 tees, plain white tees in
It's blue.
teal.
Seafoam.
And seafoam, this is seafoam, custom ink, If you want it, find the link right here.
You can't buy it. Those are special edition, courtesy of Holly Bovio.
I just like to link things. Everyone else does it.